friends. This week we have been working on multiplying multi-digit numbers by other multi-digit numbers. Today we're going to be looking at the area model in a little more depth. So I did a quick overview and now we're going to look at it a little more closely. Now everything that we learned when we learned about the distributive property will be applied here when we're learning about the area model. So you can use the area model to find the product in problems like 35 times 24. So we've got multi-digit problems here. So we're going to split them up into 30 plus 5 and 20 plus 4. The factors become the length and width of a rectangle. That's why it's called the area model, because to find area, you multiply the length times the width. So we're going to make 35 and 24 the length and width. So we're going to split up our 35 into 30 and 5 and our 24 into 20 plus 4. So since there's two factors on each, right? So there's two factors and we're going to split them into the tens and the ones. And so we're going to need 4 boxes. So we've got our 30 plus 5 and our 20 plus 4. Now we multiply each of the parts to create partial products. Products are the answers to multiplication problems. And so we're splitting this big problem into parts, which is where the partial comes from. So the first, we're going to do our 5 times 4 in that little box, which is 20. We're going to do our 4 times 30, which is 120, because we have 4 times 3, which is 12, tack on 1 0. We've got our 20 times 5, well, 2 times 5 is 10, tack on 1 0, that's 100. And our 30 times 20, well, we've got 2 times 3 is 6, tack on 2 zeros, 600. So we've done all our multiplying. Now we just need to add up the parts. The 20 plus the 120 plus the 100 plus the 600. We want to make sure we get the ones, tens, and hundreds lined up. If we add those all up, the answer is 840. So 35 times 24 is 840. Can you show me that again? Of course I can. We're going to draw a rectangle. Since it's a 2-digit by 2-digit, we need a square with 4 smaller squares inside of it. We're going to label each side with the factors, so the length and width. So 36 we split into 30 plus 6, and 18 we split into 10 plus 8. Now we multiply the parts. We find the partial products. 6 times 8, it is great because it equals 48. We've got our 30 times 8. Well, 3 times 8 is 24. Tack on 1 0 is 240. 6 times 10 is 60. And 30 times 10 is 300. What's the next thing we do? Yeah, we add them all up. 48 plus 240 plus 60 plus 300. We add all the parts together, and that'll give us the product of 36 times 18. 648. Go ahead and try this on your own now. What I would do is go ahead and make a box, and since it's a 2-digit by 2-digit, we want the box to have 4 small boxes inside. And we're going to split it into 10 and 6 and 10 plus 5. And then do the multiplication. Righty, welcome back. Let's see how you did. Did you make your box with 4 squares inside? Write each factor in expanded form, 10 plus 6 and 10 plus 5. And you can multiply them in any order. I actually usually like to start with the bigger numbers, the 10 times 10, because it's easier to add. But we can do 5 times 6, 10 times 5 is 50, 6 times 10 is 60, and 10 times 10 is 100. Then we add them all up. 240. So 16 times 15 is 240. Let's do one more together. Draw your rectangle, 4 boxes in each. Go ahead and break each of your factors into expanded form and fill in the length and width. 40 plus 5 and 20 plus 3. Pause the video, do your multiplication. When you multiplied them, You probably got the products of 15, 120, 100, and 800. Then all we need to do is add them up. 15 plus 100 plus 120 plus 800. And our product is 1,035. The area model is a very helpful tool for multiplying. It's actually how I learned to do bigger problems in my brain. Now, let's say it wasn't a 2-digit by 2-digit. See if I can make this bigger here. Let's say that instead it was 29 times 3. In this case, I don't need 4 smaller boxes. I just need 2 smaller boxes, but I can still use the area model. I'll put my 3 here, and I'll split my 29 up into 20 plus 9. So 20 times 3, well, 2 times 3 is 6. Tack on 1 0. 3 20s is 60. And 9 times 3 is 27. So I add 60 plus 27, 87. So you can do the area model with any multiple